Hello, I'm Colleen. As you probably know, I'm a smart cookie cook. Today, we're tackling a smart cookie first in my kitchen. I'm going to make vegetable lasagna. See, even I, a seasoned veteran, if you will, have to dive in head first to new experiences sometimes. It's the best way you're going to learn. Now, speaking of new experiences, we aren't just going to make the typical vegetable lasagna today. Most oftentimes, it's made with a bechamel sauce, which is a white sauce. But our vegetable lasagna is going to be made with a creamy rose sauce or blush sauce. And as far as our veggies go, we're going to have eggplant, broccoli, and spinach. It's going to be hearty. You're not going to miss the meat. Let's get started. Now the first thing that you have to do, and this is important for any recipe, is just to prep your ingredients. So what I have already done, I've boiled my lasagna noodles, shredded and grated our cheeses. We have fresh mozzarella, provolone, and Parmesan. Chopped my fresh herbs, which are basil and oregano. And I have our veggies chopped and ready to go. So that means we're ready to get going on our blush sauce. I'm going to get a couple tablespoons of olive oil going in our pan here, and we're going to bring it to medium heat. Do you think too? Let's get that distributed throughout the pan, and as that starts to heat up, we will be able to add our fresh garlic and shallot here. Alright, let's get all that good stuff in. This is what's going to make it smell good and taste good. Everybody knows the secret to a good sauce is lots of garlic. Oh, if only you could smell what I smell right now. It's like heaven sent. But we gotta add some more than just garlic and shallot. So I'm going to add two 28-ounce cans of San Marzano tomatoes. I use these in particular because they're super sweet, good quality. They make a big difference in your sauces. And then lastly, we'll add a can of tomato paste to kind of thicken it up. Got 3 tablespoons of fresh chopped basil and about 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped oregano. I'm going to reserve a little bit of it so we can top the finished lasagna later. Now we're going to give this a stir, let it cook down a little bit, and then we'll turn it into a blush sauce with some cream and a little bit of Parmesan. Alright, so I'm bubbling a little bit over here, which means we're about ready to proceed. So I'm going to add some crushed red pepper flakes for a little bit of kick. Blush sauces often have this, especially vodka sauces. This is essentially a vodka sauce minus the vodka. Okay, so I'm going to stir that in. Next we got to do something about these big fat lumps of tomatoes we got here. So I'm going to employ my immersion blender for this. Important thing is to keep this guy submerged while you're blending, or you're going to have sauce all over your kitchen. Gosh darn it. Perils of being a lefty. You see what I got to do here? Now you can leave this a little bit chunky. It's your preference. I like it nice and smooth though. So that blender is a very handy tool to have in the kitchen. Okay, so now we are going to add our cream, the classic component of a rose sauce. I'm going to start with just a cup and then see if I want some more. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Okay, and because everything is better with just a little bit of cheese, I got me a half cup of Parmesan grated that we're going to just whisk in and melt it up nice. This stuff is going to be good enough to drink. Alright, it's assembly time. So, first thing you want to do is lay down just a thin layer of sauce on the bottom. This is just to make sure that the pasta doesn't stick or get burnt. And then we want to start getting the pasta down in a nice even layer. This is cooked al dente. That means it still has a little bit of bite left in it. And that's because it's going to cook more in the oven. So if we cooked it all the way on the stove, this would get super mushy, and that's just not pleasant. Alright, now we're going to get some more sauce down on this baby. And how easy was that? It only took a couple minutes to put together. Now we're going to get our first veggie down. This is the spinach. I'm going to use probably about 2 cups of fresh spinach per layer. Then I have our other veggies here. Eggplant and broccoli. And you of course can switch out these veggies for whatever veggies you like. And now it's time for my personal favorite layer, the cheese. So I have a little bit of fresh mozzarella here. We'll get a little bit of our shredded provolone. And then finally I want some shredded Parmesan. I'm going to add some nice tang and amp up the cheesy flavor. Okay folks, and we go again. Alright, now we're going to take this loaded up behemoth, heave it into the oven, and we're going to bake it at 350 until it's nice and bubbly and that cheese is golden brown. It's going to be a beauty. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Breeze is anxiously awaiting her chance to come into the kitchen, sniff around and find whatever crumbs she can get. At last, my friends, the time has come to take this baby out of the oven. It is bubbling, it is sizzling, you can probably hear it. We're gonna need 2 hands for this baby. Who's ready for the bake unveiling? Ta-da! Let's sprinkle our final dash of fresh herbs over top. A little bit more pop color. This will be so aromatic and fresh and flavorful. I feel like I've been waiting forever. I so need to dig into this slice right now. There is so much cheese going on here, and that creamy rose sauce is just flowing. The maiden voyage. You think you know veggie lasagna? Not until you try this, baby. Basically, if you like cheese or pasta at all, you have got to give this bangin' lasagna a try. It is packed with awesome vegetables that you can interchange to match your preferences. It's loaded with 3 kinds of gooey cheese, and what really makes this a superstar recipe is that creamy blush sauce, something you don't see in lasagna most times. So when you're looking for a new twist on classics like lasagna, for example, just ask yourself this: what would the smart cookie cook?